Hola, Timothy Phoenix here, and welcome once again to my blog, which is all about rising from the flames of adversity to create your dream life using the law of attraction. Now today I'm going to tell you a little bit about a manifestation that came true for me, which I consciously manifested. Now let me just set the scene here. I'm actually here on the island of Koh Samui in Thailand, and check out this view. Now this is where I now live for the time being. I'm now living a digital nomad lifestyle. Oh, there's quite a lot of water coming in from the sea here. Might have to make this a quick one. I have manifested this new life. If you've been following my blog, you'll know I'm from the UK, and I've just recently moved out here, and I'm creating this life for myself, and it's an amazing thing right now. But I decided before I came out here that I wanted to start manifesting more a day-to-day things, the smaller things, because sometimes I think we concentrate more on the big things we're trying to create in life, and we forget about the small things. And it's not something I've really done much of in the past, but I want to start concentrating on that, and you're going to see a lot more of that in my blogs. And really it's just an experiment, really. I'd like to see if we can actually create your day-to-day reality. So I actually did my first, had my first attempt at this before I even got my flights out here. What I wanted to do was, I wanted to see if I could manifest a nice, comfortable plane ride. It's a long journey, you know, it was about 17 hours. And I wanted it to go smoothly, no baggage loss, no screaming babies in the seat next to me, and no problems at customs, no getting my bag searched for hours, standing in queues for ages. A nice comfortable flight, a nice comfortable journey with no mishaps. And also I wanted to manifest a window seat on both of my flights. The one thing that I wasn't allowed to do was to actually go and book those seats in advance, so pay for those seats. Obviously that defeats the purpose really, doesn't it? I could have done that easily, but I wanted to get a nice comfy window seat. I love my window seats. So as is the process with these things, normally on flights you're allowed to book, pay for whatever seat you want, up to 24 hours before the flight, and then all the seats become available for free for anyone to book. So what I did was I actually went on and checked out the site about an hour before online check-in began, and those seats became free for me to book. And there were only 2 window seats left on the entire plane. So I knew that once check-in opened up, I had to be ultra quick getting in there and be on it to try and get one of those 2 seats, okay? Now I was dead on there. I saw the countdown clock to the very second, and as soon as it went to 0, bam, I was on that seating plan and looking for those 2 seats. I know exactly where they were, and I was not going to let anyone beat me to those seats. Unfortunately, someone did. Now I don't know if someone got there on there before me, or whether they were just taken within the hour that had lapsed between me looking at it, but they weren't there anymore. And so I was pretty gutted. I was thinking to myself, okay, I failed to manifest these seats, and you know, I'd spent a fair bit of time in the previous couple of weeks leading up to this visualizing myself in that window seat. I've done it a few times, trying to build up those emotions, because that's the key to visualizations, I've heard. And you really have to feel the emotion, feel it from your heart, initiate all 5 senses so that it feels as if you have that thing right now. So I felt as if I was sitting in that plane seat, looking out the window, feeling great, doubly great because I'd actually manifested something consciously. And yeah, I mean, I felt I did everything that you're supposed to do, and then I get there and they're all gone. Now, I don't know why, but I decided to come back on again a couple of minutes later, and strangely a window seat had opened up. I do not kid you, and it was the last one on the plane, and it was right at the back, and I didn't even hesitate. I was like, bam, booked it immediately. Huge relief. I was like, well, I've manifested, I've got this plane seat. But the story doesn't end there, because I noticed that the seat was right at the very back, on the back row, right where the toilets are. And my thoughts was, you know, it's a long flight, I'm going to be asleep on this flight, and people are going to be going to and forth to the bathroom all night. Staff are probably going to be there talking, doors banging. It wasn't the ideal window seat, but you know, at least I got a window seat. But something prompted me to go back on a few minutes later, but it was maybe half an hour later. And yes, when I went back on, another window seat had suddenly opened up further to the front of the plane, near the exit, so I could get off quickly. And I didn't hang about, I booked it, bam, and now I'm on top of the world because I've got a great window seat, comfy window seat, and there you go. Now I don't know how that happened. I'm just relaying this story back to you as it happened, no bullshit. So I got my window seat. And I can also tell you that when I actually got on the flight, there was no one sat in the seat next to me on an almost full flight. Everywhere I looked, this flight was rammed full of hundreds of people, but the seat next to me was totally free. So I got a window seat. I could stretch out because there was no one in the seat next to me. I could put all my shit on that seat as well, so it wasn't cluttered all over the place. It was the most comfortable flight I have ever had. It was wonderful. No screaming babies, thank God. And it was just a really nice flight. Food could have been better, but you know, it's airplane food, right? And yeah, got to my connecting flight in time, and to top it all off, on my next flight, ta-da, yes, I also got a window seat. And the great thing about this is, no one had any choice over the seats they were allocated. It was totally random. You couldn't book in advance, you couldn't pay in advance. And so I got both my window seats. Now, you might think that's coincidence. I could understand why, but I personally don't think it is. I think I manifested that. It's just the way it happened as well was just so strange, you know. It was like both the seats disappearing, and then suddenly one opened up, and then suddenly a better one opened up. I mean, and then no one's next to me. I mean, come on. You know, my baggage got through nicely, no problems at customs, no bag checking really. It was just like the dream flight that I wanted, the dream journey that I wanted. And so, since that's happened, I've started to think, okay, this law of attraction thing really can be used on a day-to-day basis. We're going to find out more soon, so I'm going to do more manifestations. I'll leave a couple of photos somewhere around this video which will show you the two window seats I got, just as proof. And yeah, I should have taken a photo of the spare seat beside as well, but I didn't think to do that. But yeah, you'll have to take my word for it. But hopefully I'll be able to prove to you in coming videos that this stuff is real and you can do it on a daily basis for the small things. I don't know what my manifestation is going to be for tomorrow. I'm going to have a think about that. But I'm hoping to do these videos regularly. Obviously, if I do start to manifest regularly, then this is something I'm going to continue and see how far I can take it. It might be a new little journey for the blog, a new route for this blog to go down. So yeah, that's my first conscious manifestation of something relatively small, although for me that's a big deal. I mean, it really is. So I'm buzzing right now. I can't wait to the next one. I hope you're going to join me. If you like this video, don't forget to comment, don't forget to like, don't forget to share it, and don't forget to subscribe to timothyphoenix.com, subscribe to my channels, and yeah, I really want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon on the next video. Hasta luego.